So we've been out 2 hours, nada, like nothing, not a sign of life. I actually got on the radio a couple minutes ago and said, is anybody else getting anything? And one person out of a group of like 8 boats got one, or at least said they got one about an hour and a half ago. It wasn't even legal size. So we're gonna change positions. And what's interesting about cobia, what I found is oftentimes if they're there, you know it within the first hour. At least if you're bottom fishing with chum and like we're doing out here. Usually within the first hour, you know. And so we're gonna regroup. We're gonna try another area. We'll stay there for 2 hours, and if we don't, we're gonna go home and cry, and this won't be turned into a video because nobody wants to see a video where no one catches fish. Whoa, beat it! Hooked up!
Oh yeah!
It's gonna come to the surface. Whoa! Cobia, big one! Woo! All right, now get the net.
Yep.
Get the net.
Net.
Oh, he's coming up. Definitely deeper.
Oh yeah!
All right, there's 2 of them right
My
together.
goodness!
It's gonna come to you.
Yeah.
Coming to you now. Get him now, Vito. Get him now. You gotta get under it. You got to get under it. I'm gonna bring him to you. I'll bring him to you. Go to him. Go to him. Go to him. Go to him. Under it. Under it. Yeah! Vito! Yeah! Vito! Woo! Yeah!
Oh! Man, this is my first one! My first one!
Oh, Vito! We had a hookup. Obviously, I don't know how much you saw because of the fact that we couldn't quite get our camera situated. It was crazy, just 2 of us today. But now, once it's in the boat, see these spikes here on this cobia? These spikes? All right, those spikes will mess you up. And so you do not want to get hit by it. So when you bring a cobia in, that's why it's actually good, in this case, that it's netted. And so now, you gotta be careful. I'm gonna hit it. Big win, happy, and I think we should measure it up. I'm gonna guess that it's probably around 46, 47 inches. It's time to measure this bad boy. Gotta be 40 inches in Virginia. And in this case, he is 44 inches. Cha-ching! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so hopefully you now have a great sense of how to catch cobia and certainly how to cook it, at least our way. I'm no chef, you knew that already. But it was good. My man thinks it was good. And this little man is gonna grow up on this channel, I have a good feeling. So I'd like to introduce you to Mana. Mana?
He just wants more fish.
Yeah. All that good old Tongan blood and American blood mixed together, and he is just going to be an amazing, amazing angler. So we can't wait to see him grow up on the channel. As always, we invite you to subscribe, share with your friends. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Until the next time, everyone, stay salty. All right, so Professor, night before, first thing we gotta do is what?
Well, there's a whole list of things to do.
A list,
yes, a lot. So normally when I get to the boat, there are a couple key things you have to do the night before. mainly you need to check all your mechanical stuff, like check the oil, make sure the electronic controls are working like they're supposed to. Just make sure all your electronics, just go over, start the engines real quick, make sure they're going to start and run properly.
That's a standard thing we always do.
And they pump in water, you know, just that is main thing, because without, you know, the boat being in good working order, you can't go fishing. Right. So the next thing we need is bait. We've got to get our bait out of the freezer, make sure it's thawed out.
Which is ballyhoo.
Ballyhoo, yep. And prep that. Next thing we need to do is just check over our tackle. And get the general, you know, once over of everything, just to make sure it's in, because you might hook the fish for a lifetime, and if your tackle's not right, gone like that. That's pretty much it. You can make sure you get a good night's rest.
And you're supposed to eat at Daryl's the night before.
That's correct.
That's at least what the professor does every single time he is in Manio, North Carolina. Man loves him some Daryl's.
I do that.
Alright, so it's about 7:10 in the morning. We're on the grounds. The trip took about 2 hours, so it takes us about 2 hours from the time that we leave Pirates Cove to the time that we get to the grounds. Decent amount of boats out here, a couple hookups already. We just started, so obviously, fingers crossed, we really want to catch early today. We've been on at 5 minutes, immediately hooked up. Professor put us right on the meat. Fast. So we're excited about that. Out the gate, baby. Woo! Nicely done. Nice fish. Nice fish. Yeah. So it is 7:08 p.m.
What time it is?
On the dial, Professor.
What time did I get up this morning?
You got up at 3:45.
Right, yeah.
So that means it's a long day. And if we had a charter tomorrow, we would just rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Because in fact, you're getting ready to go to Daryl's again.
My favorite place.
We're headed up the road. You're gonna go spend the night. You normally spend the night here on the boat.
Right.
Then you're gonna head back home. But it's a crazy 48 hours. We did a bigger wash on the boat because we're leaving it for the week.
That's right.
We'll have more behind the scenes as this channel grows. Want to see you here at Pirates Cove, slip number 92. Don't forget, you can check us out at speedchestsportfishing.com if you want to book a trip. Until the next time, our friends, stay salty.
Alright guys and girls, we're here close to where we're going to attempt to catch some speckled trout. First mistake that a lot of people make when they're approaching where they think the trout are, or where they're laying, or where they want to fish, is coming in too fast and too loud. It's key that you slow down And before you get to the area you want to target, and ease on in. If you don't have a trolling motor, just idle on in real easy. And another important thing is to be respectful to other fishermen. General rule of thumb, when you're speckled trout fishing, you don't want to be able to touch lures. Like, you should be double your casting distance from another boat. It's just general practice and being respectful to other fishermen. So we're going to ease on in here, see what happens, see if we can't get a bite. All right, we're here, we snuck in. We're getting ready to cast a few times. Today, we're going to be using a mirror lure. It's a heavy dine, and the color is Mardi Gras. It's just one that works for me. These fish seem to like it. It's a sinking twitch bait, 2 treble hooks, and you really want to be careful because those treble hooks are super sharp. I've gotten a lot in my fingers over the years. And just our trout rod, it is a 2500 Spinfisher 6, which I love these reels, and a custom trout rod from Killer Bee Customs. General technique for trying to catch these fish is you cast out as far as you can. And it's always a good idea to let your braid get wet in the beginning, because first cast, you know, your braid's good and dry. And so I like my, my pinky finger to be right there on that side, and my index finger to be right there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a twitch reel motion, which I'm gonna twitch, and then I'm gonna reel up the slack. Twitch, reel up the slack. Twitch, reel up the slack. And we're just gonna do that the whole time. And hopefully we get a bite. Got one on.
Okay.
Old Mardi Gras got him. See what I mean about the treble hooks? Super sharp, and it's a good idea to use a pair of pliers to get these out. But that right there is one of the most beautiful fish in the bay, as far as I'm concerned. Let's measure this guy out. He's rated 17 inches. It's a nice fish, but it's a male fish. Got 2 teeth in the front. That's a telltale sign that it's a male fish. And you also can hear him croaking. So we're gonna let him go. Hopefully we're gonna catch a lot more this afternoon. So.
Oh. Yeah. Is it?
Jumper.
Okay, right.
That's a fat one. He's 20-inch fish. Fat and beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we got our 1-man limit of Virginia speckled trout. And that's a nice fish there. Now it's time to do the work. We're ready to clean them up and fry some fish for dinner. All right, so we got all of our fish cleaned up in a nice Ziploc. Make a good meal. It's one of my favorite things to do is speckled trout fish, because it's not just go out and throw a line over and wait. You really have to work to catch these fish, and it takes a lot of dedication and just effort to catch them. It's not like throwing a bottom rig out and just waiting. So make sure you subscribe.
What's up, friends? Special day, August 16th, 2022, first main day of the Pirates Cove Billfish tournament, Professor.
Day number 1.
Day number 1. And what are we doing right now? We're sitting around. And why are we sitting around?
Because we're way early.
We got here early, like the rest of the fleet. So what's interesting about these tournaments is, and I didn't know this before I started, fishing tournaments, right? Is that you have to wait to put your lines out.
The line's in time and a line's out time.
Yeah. So in this case, we can't put our lines in until 8:30 a.m.
Right, that's late.
Current time, 8 a.m. So it's great because you get to drive over marks and really wish you were fishing and you can't fish it.
Right.
What's on our mind today as we're thinking about billfish and we're thinking about, you know, maybe winning some money or trying to do well? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about?
We're gonna fish like we normally do. You know what I mean? We've had good luck fishing like that. These guys that are, you know, in this billfish circuit, you cannot compete with them. I don't have the experience, you know, that they do, and the funds and, you know, the resources that they do. So we're just gonna keep on fishing like we do, like we have been. We're gonna apply the IGFA rules to all of our tackle to be tournament legal.
Yep.
And we're gonna do what we do and hope for the best. Just get a bite. You know, there's a meat fish category, and we've done well with the sales this year. We've caught a few blue marlin, and we're just gonna do what we do.
We're hoping to have a great time, maybe get a little bit of lucky, maybe find a big fish, find a monster marlin. Who knows what could happen? But we're gonna fish it. We're gonna fish for these next couple of days, 3 days during the tournament. We're gonna fish. So we're super excited. We're gonna take you along the journey. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, this one.
I got something over there on the other wall.
Which one?
Oh, no, it's him. It's a marlin. All right, finally got a bite. Been like 4 hours. We've been waiting for it. Looks like we got a nice tuna bite. Either way, we're chasing it down right now. Rock and roll time. Let's go, Brandy! What do you think it is, Doug?
It looks like a marlin bite, but I wouldn't swear to it. Wait, come on.
What do you think, Professor? What is it?
I don't know. I just saw a splash. Good tell.
Each color.
Home fish.
Straight up down, almost. Yeah, you got stretches. Good job. Here it comes. Big who? Ho! Go move. Wait. Stick it there. Nice! Big Wahoo! Big Wahoo! Big Wahoo! Big Wahoo, baby! Big Wahoo!
Watch his face.
Everybody speak.
I got him.
Nice! Woo! Good work!
Excited.
You own that fish.
Very.
A lot of time.
Good work, Cap. Good work.
Don't mutilate it. Don't shoot it.
Hey.
Go right across.
I like it when they can't fit. Good work. All right, so it's 2:55 in the afternoon, which means we've got 5 minutes left, and then all the lines have to come in. We're looking for a Cinderella bite, but today just got the Wahoo. Still, it was a big Wahoo, so we're pretty excited about that. And at least we get to weigh a fish, right? And feel like we're a part of the tournament. But we still got 2 more fishing days that we could choose this week. And so we're gonna take you to the scales with us, show you how much it weighs, and we'll see if we get lucky. Definitely were some Wahoos caught today, right? So for us to be the heavy one would be very surprising, but who knows, right? Who knows? We'll see.
$46.0.
46 is pretty good. All right, so I'm here with the professor, ready to take off in the good old Carolina skiff. We don't need the skiff today, right, Professor? Shallow water for the
No,
shrimp?
definitely in the short water.
That's in the short water,
Yeah.
as they say. How did you find wherever we're going to go? I know it's a top secret location.
I've been watching these shrimp now for about 8 years in the Chesapeake Bay. And I'll give you a little background on them. The females, which are called roe shrimp, come in the spring, early spring, and they lay eggs. So these shrimp that we're about to go try to catch, or actually the juveniles, I watch them grow all summer, and I watch them grow every summer. And they're just now getting of size to where they're edible. The key is catching them when they mature enough to harvest before they leave.
So there's a window.
There is a window.
All right.
And it's a tight window.
Tight window. We're gonna try to work our way in that window today. I'm stoked. Never done this. Didn't know it existed, man. So let's do it. Let's go shrimping. All right. So we're at our secret spot. But you're saying before we do anything, we got to do what?
Well, normally we'll cruise around a little bit and we'll try to find a concentration of shrimp. We'll see them skipping across the top of the water, around the boat, or back in the prop wash. And you just want to kind of cruise around and look. And a lot of people don't know what they're seeing, but just keep an eye and you'll notice there'll be shrimp.
We got some electrical conduit over here. That's got a purpose. What's the purpose? This is getting interesting.
Well, what we're going to do with that conduit, and you can use anything, bamboo poles, PVC poles, anything. But what we're going to do is we're going to go around in this area where these shrimp are, stick those poles in the bottom. It's a location mark for our bait.
All right, so time to make some bait. So we got three things. We got fill dirt, we got clay, and we got fish meal.
Fish meal, yeah.
And we're essentially going to make shrimp cakes.
That's exactly
out of
what we're going to make.
No real science, but the main ingredient is that fish meal. And this is just the way that I've learned how to do it over the years. And it works for me. So I take this clay, break it all up.
Home brew here.
That's what it is, home brew.
This is great. I had no idea.
And now we're just gonna add some water.
Just the way Mama used to make it.
Almost like a pancake batter. It looks about right.
So that's it.
That's it.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
So basically it looks like the biggest crab cake of your life.
Yeah.
Made with fish meal, fill dirt, and clay.
We're gonna go back by our poles and we're gonna toss these patties in a manner that we mentally can keep track of to know exactly where it is.
All right.
So the way I normally do it is I'll place this patty a half a cast net width away from my pole adjacent to the shoreline.
Got it.
That way I know in my mind exactly where that patty is every time I throw that cast net. Because you could throw 3 feet to the right, 3 feet to the left, or 3 feet short and not catch shrimp. They're all gonna be sitting right over there on top of that patty.
We let them sit in the water. Been what, 10 minutes?
10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes. And so now we're gonna throw the cast net over top of it, like you said.
That's right.
Oh. Oh yeah. And a million bunker too.
Yeah.
Live bait special. Sweet.
So there's what we have with 22 casts. Not bad.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time to do the work.
The work comes now. We're gonna head the shrimp.
Head the shrimp.
Right.
All right.
Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. All right, so what works for me is I like to hold the shrimp like this. And then you just pinch right there where the head starts and pull.
Oh, whoa. You pretty much deveined it as you were doing it.
90% of the vein comes out.
Okay.
As long as you don't squeeze too hard.
All right, let me see this. Whoa. You deveined it on the spot.
Yep.
Moment of truth. What am I doing wrong? Oh.
Now,
I got a lot of it. I did all right. Okay.
I like to hold the side of my finger, my index finger, right there, and then squeeze into my index finger with my thumb.
Well, Professor, we've come to a close of this operation. Operation Catch a Whole Lot of Shrimp was successful in the Chesapeake Bay. We got probably what, 12, 15 pounds, somewhere in there.
Headed shrimp, yeah.
Headed shrimp, ready to be eaten, frozen, used for bait, whatever. So this was pretty cool. This was a great learning experience. If you enjoyed this experience, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button as well. It helps the channel grow. Thanks so much for going shrimping.